Welcome to the Your Lifestyle is Your Medicine podcast, where we do deep dives into topics of mind, body, and spirit. Through these conversations, you'll hear practical advice and effective strategies to improve your health and ultimately add health span to your lifespan. I'm Ed Paget. I'm an osteopath and exercise physiologist with a special interest in longevity. Now, today we're going to do something slightly different. As you know, health is really a balance of many things in someone's life, including, but not limited to, physical activity, mental health, financial health, and happiness. My guest today is Jacopo Iasiello. Now, he's going to share his journey to wealth, health, and happiness. He started with a promising soccer career, but it ended tragically in Italy, and he ended up in a real estate business in Miami. So Jacopo is going to share his knowledge with us on how he came from Italy to Miami and leave us with some inspiration and actionable steps to start moving forward to a healthier, more rounded you. Jacopo, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Edward. Thank you. I appreciate you inviting me in this, giving me this opportunity to share my thought and my idea in your podcast.
Well, excellent. Okay, so you're coming to us today from Miami. I can see that you've got the book, which we will be discussing later, on your shelf there. But your accent gives it away slightly. You're not originally from Miami. You're from Italy. So tell us a little bit about your journey from Italy to where you are now. And I know a little bit about you, about some of the setbacks you've had, but the audience doesn't. So enlighten us, please.
Yeah, my story is a story of a young man when I born in Napoli, in my city, where I grow up in a loving family. Thanks God I receive a lot of love. And after, I starting when I am so young, my career in the soccer field. At 13 years old, I leave Napoli and I started to go around in Italy because I play professional soccer. And I arrive at 17 years old where I have a big injury, where this big injury shift completely the direction of my life. First of all, because soccer for me at that time is everything. I love more than myself, more than everything. And what's happening at 17 years old, I need to completely reinvent myself. I don't know what I need to do anymore in my life. My family have a background. My mother is a teaching, normal family. My father is engineer, and they want create my life in their idea. What this means, they want I take my PhD and do, a normal path. But inside me, I have, after the soccer, I have this desire to learn, to understand how is possible other human being achieve some kind of result, respect other human being. And from really young age, I love to read the entrepreneur story, business story, normal people like story where they achieve success not only in financial business but too in normal life. For example, I read a biography like Gandhi, Madre Teresa di Calcutta, all this kind of biography. And what's going on? At 18 years old, I need to reinvent myself. I tell to my father, hey, I will take the PhD and I will promise you, but I need started to make money because I know money is important. My family never I missing. They never, they give me everything they possible give me, but I feel we are normal people, not rich, okay? And I have this desire. I see other human being, I see other friend, and I see the difference. What's going on? I starting and I take the money from the government in Italy, where I opened this one first shop, the jewelry business shop. Why I am attracted to this business? Because, I love the beauty and gems in general. I am gemologic. I study. I do this kind of the path too. And I love because gems in general, jewelry give you the beauty. And I started to understand. I opened this shop. I learned the first mistake I make in my life. First mistake in the business is wherever you put the business need to be in the first location, best location. And this is the first mistake I make. After after 6 months, I sleep in the shop, technically in the second floor of this shop, not because my family, they don't want to go back to the house, but I feel really hurt inside. I feel really pain. And I asked to my father, he's really the most important person in my life, because he gave me everything. And I tell to my father, please, give me, some small amount of money. I know the business is possible succeed. I need to change the location. My father give me small amount of money. I have debt at that time on my shoulder, and I change and I make some, marketing strategy, really basic, but I really change location. And from over there, I open a chain of more than 20 shop. I make a business, multi-millionaire business in Italy. And I are started to invest in real estate around 20, 22 years old in Italy when I started to make money. And after I arrive at one point,
Let me just jump in here. So you're 17 years old,
mhm,
everything is soccer, and then suddenly that career is taken away from you. And
mhm,
between 18, I mean, within 4 years, you
mhm,
transform yourself to owning, do you say 20 shops?
20 shop, yeah.
Multi-million dollars and investing. So you're 22 years old. There are not many 22-year-old people that I know, especially in England, who are that financially sort of maybe financially stable. I don't know if you were, but hopefully you were. But also that entrepreneurial, not entrepreneurial mind. Like, let's just go back slightly. What do you think changed for you around that injury? Do you think that injury was a good thing, or do you still lament the loss of your soccer career?
No, now I see, because I believe in something more, height, respect a human being. I think so something happening in our life for, some kind of reason, and that injury, prove two things in my life. First of all, I have, something important in myself is the word resilient. I am really resilient. I jumping, from bad situation to up, because I have this kind of thing. I'm really, determined. I'm really, understand. I am not different from other human being, and you are not different from me. But which is, I think, so the most important, path to success in life, in wherever you want to success. You have success in relationship, in business, whatever is for you, is have, be resilient, be constant every day, one step of the time, and moving forward wherever for what you want.
Okay, so you're 22 years old, you're in Italy, you've got this chain of jewelry shops, you're investing in real estate. Tell us what happens next.
Yeah, after, I arrive at one point where the business starting to lose revenue. What this means is means, I have the possibility to live comfortable in Italy in my, field, where at that time I have my, fiance is from Napoli. At that time I have my family, everybody's over there. Nobody of my family live, in another place. And what's going on, I started to lose revenue in the business. And I have, 28 years old. I have a lot of energy, a lot of, the possibility to, I already make, good money to live comfortable. I have two solutions: or stay over there in Napoli, in Italy, and I don't want to tell this word, but live in the mediocrity the society give me. It means I don't feel any more, energy. I don't feel any more, something is possible, bringing me more, thing in my life over there, or starting to look around where is opportunity. And what's going on, from a really young age, I participate at different kind of the course, Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, a lot of, I study a lot. And I starting around 2009 to read in internet, the big possibility happening in Florida in particular, where the market crash about, for the real estate more than 70, 80%. It means, few years before the property have $1 million value, and when I arrive, the value is 300,000. Now, I don't speak English, I have money, but no big money. And I know, America is big. What's going on? I'm moving, I starting, and I take a fly. And the first time I arrived alone over here in Miami to understand what's going on in the business. I don't speak at that time English, no Spanish, because you know better than me over here in Miami, everybody speaks Spanish. And I started to focalize my attention the first time really hard, really, really hard. And think about I go back for a couple of years from Napoli to Miami. And I continue to have the shop over there in Italy, and my father helped me. And, if I don't have him, I don't possible do this kind of thing because I need to I have control of my business over there. But thanks God, I have this angel in my life, my father. And what's going on? I starting, in Miami, I don't find deal, I don't find opportunity, and I'm moving in the one area in Florida. The name of is Cape Coral, and Naples, Florida. And slowly, I starting to connect with a human being, the most important thing in my life. I know how connect with human being because I am really human. I am really sensible. And I started to the first deal. The first deal I make really good money, and from over there I do more 355 flipping, buy and sell property, and I create my cash flow portfolio over here. And have the possibility now to travel, to enjoy my family, and to now I am in the phase of my life to grow at the next step.
You just said a number there, which some people may have missed, but it was 350 flips. Let's have a look at that. Okay, one, I want to know, do any of those flips stand out as more successful than the others, or were there any failures? And two, how did you get the financial resources to do that? Like, did you have a network of high net worth individuals? And if you did, how did you meet those people just coming off a plane, this kid from Italy?
Okay, for the first, I want to tell you, the first flip is the first change your life. I have two moments really touch my life to understand how real estate is so beautiful everywhere. The first one is in Italy when I do the first flipping, when I have like 22 years old, 23, and I make my 34,000 euro, something you know better than me is not common in Italy to make. It means normal people, they make maximum 20,000 a year. And the second flip, really important, is the first one I make in United States in Cape Coral, where the thing is really extravagant because what's going on, how I make this money is through relationship. I find one. When I don't find deal because people really close, is in business in general. I met one guy on one property, and I started to speak with him with my difficulty at that time with my English. This guy is from Canada, and he and his father moving in Cape Coral at that time. They sold their business in Canada. They see the opportunity like I doing, and a couple of years before me, they starting with money to buy property, fix and resell. And I asked them, hey guys, if you have some deal, please share with me when you are in, because they have a lot of property. And what's going on after 3, 4 months, I met this guy. I create connection. I bring him to eat together. We create, good relationship. And one time he take his phone and told me, hey, Jacob, you are ready. And I don't understand what's going on. What this means, I'm ready. Yeah, you are ready to make money. And I tell you, yeah, okay, that's it. I send you the property, coming to see, and I want you make decision in maximum 1 day. Okay. I coming from Napoli. Everybody in Napoli, they think is more smart to other people because, Napoli is a, you know, complicated city in general. And I think about where is the trick? Why this guy want to give me the opportunity? But in reality, he gave me the opportunity, and I make money over there, and I starting my career. Now, for the financial part, I arrive already with some money, my money, and I create a network of people. What this means, I convince people they have money to coming over here to invest. And America, like other country, no, Italy, is a beautiful place because if you find deal, you find money. It's really related. Over here, the opportunity is not to find money, but the first opportunity is find the deal. After you will find the money easily because, for example, in America you have the hard money lender is people they lend the money not based in your credit or your history through the bank, but based on the deal and your experience. But too, if you don't have experience over here, you have the possibility to build something unique, and this is the difference from America to Europe. The big difference.
So after these 350 flips, you've got some experience and you've written this book, The Healthy, Rich, and Happy. And your aim behind this book is to educate people on a process called the MPBE method. Can you tell us a little bit about this method and what it is to you? How did you come across it and how do you use it?
Yeah, this method is something for me really important. I don't create nothing, I assemble it. What this means, when I do this big shift from Europe, Italy to United States, honestly, is my really down more like almost like when I have the injury in the soccer, but the age is different, everything is different. Uh, and at that time, I started to feel alone, feel sadness in my heart. Never before this moment I feel this kind of emotion, and I don't know how elevate how approach how working with this kind of emotion. And one time I have my friend in Napoli. He's engineer, and this guy is full of energy every time. And I tell, hey, what's going on? But tell me the truth. What do you do in your life to have this kind of energy? And he told me, hey, I do meditation transcendental. When I started to do this meditation transcendental, completely changed my life. Completely, completely, completely. Shift completely my mind, shift completely my personality, shift completely my heart. Because, at that time I am, a different Jacopo, and from over there, I starting to improve. I do meditation transcendental. I do pray, what this means every day in the morning, every day before I go to sleep, I pray. Wherever you believe, I pray in the divine, in something bring me energy. And biohacking, what this means, biohacking is I use some kind of device where this device help me to reprogram my mind and to control, check where I am during my day, and exercise. Exercise so important for me because I have every day early in the morning. I wake up 4:30 in the morning. Every day I have 1 hour of this method MPBE, and I have my exercise give me the power and the energy, the strongness to show to the world in my best version. I try to show in the world in my best version. This method is so important for me because it's something when you receive something in your life, if you don't share with other human being, you will be egoistic. And for me, the main goal why I wrote this book is to share this method and to share that really we possible be healthy, rich, and happy. But it's important to have clear what you give you to you the happiness, what is for you richness, what is for you healthy, you know?
Exactly. I think a lot of people want to be healthy and a lot of people want to be happy, but they don't actually know what that means. So they could be healthy and happy already, but they don't even know it. Let's go back to the MPBE. So you've got meditate, prayer, biohacking, and exercise. Now I can get on board with all of those because this is the Lifestyle is Your Medicine podcast, and this is what we do. But let's dissect them a little bit. So the meditation your friend introduced you to, and it was transcendental meditation. Now, is that something you have to learn with a teacher or do you learn that online? How did you get into that?
Yeah, I learned with a teacher in Napoli, nice guy, Roberto Gentile. Now he's really old. I starting over there and I do, I improve myself. And, meditation is something really the good moment during my day. One, I do two time during my day in the morning and around 5 p.m. because I go sleep really really early. And this I starting over there. I do this is a association of meditation transcendental where you possible have somebody to teach you how meditate.
With this method that you've developed, have you noticed that other people who have potentially the external trappings of success, so financial success and maybe in health as well, do they use aspects of this? Is that what you've noticed with some of your acquaintances and colleagues in Miami?
Yes, like in reality, something I learn is this one, the majority of people, they have big success in finance or, if we speak about business, they have something where they release their stress, okay? More of my friend, they are multimillionaire. They use meditation transcendental, and other people they have their own strategy. But in reality, when they told me they do something where they don't know, they distress themselves, but in reality, is a form of meditation. For example, I have one my friend, he loves to walking, near the beach and, completely have the mind to think about the beauty on the beach. And, sometimes you don't need necessarily meditate, but because you possible have something where already give you this kind of energy. But if you want some powerful bullet in your pocket, I think so meditation is really something give really clarity in business, in life, and in the decision you make during your path, your journey.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like today, well, our days are just so filled with stimulus. I have some children, some teenage kids, and all they want is the screen on, the TV on, or listening to something. And it's go, 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 go until literally I physically take their devices away and then they go to sleep and they go to bed. And in the morning, if I haven't got the devices under lock and key, they will be on them before I even sometimes get up. And just having that quietness that meditation brings you, or even even the prayer that brings you, can help almost from a scientific point of view change the wavelength of your brain and even change the connections of how your brain thinks, allowing you to come up with ideas and opportunities that perhaps other people don't think of because they're too busy on their screens.
And I want to share with you something because I am, remember, I am, I call myself like a sensible investor. Okay, like what it means. Remember, I am an investor in real estate. I need to be pragmatic in my life. What it means when I starting to do meditation, I studied before and I see the result, scientific result. And for this reason, I starting to meditate. And what's going on when I see this kind of result in my life? I understand really is working, really something give you, you know, really the possibility to bring yourself like a human being, like a businessman, if this is your path, on another level, because you have more, you do one step back and you see more clarity about what you do, you know?
And what about your exercise? Do you do that in the mornings, the evenings? When do you fit that in?
Yeah, for me, I learned something really important. This is my phototype of person. I am really a morning person. For this reason, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning because I understand that for me, I have more energy, more clarity, from 4:30 in the morning until noon, until 1 p.m. After 1 p.m., my mind is not working anymore at the
Mm.
same level, you know. And I wake up and I do, after my meditation, pray, and my use of my device to reprogramming my mind, I do exercise. And, I do different kind of exercise where I try to have more power, more energy, or interval
Training, yeah.
training, where I have like for short time, different kind of exercise.
Mhm. My first job when I just graduated my first university was in a gym that was associated with a big bank in London. And interestingly, what I noticed is when I was working the early shift, we started at 5:30. The people who came in at 5:30 were the highest earners in the bank. The people who came in at 6 were the second tier down. The people who came in at 7 were the second tier down. And then, like sort of 8:39, there was more like the administrative assistants came in. And there was this correlation between how much you earned and what time you started exercise. And that really struck a chord with me way back when I was 20 years old, just seeing that direct relationship between when you get up, when you exercise, and how much you earn in that situation.
Now and I want to share with you something. I learned to something during my path to meet successful people. We are everybody similar. We go through similar emotion, similar, path in our life because we lost family, we have a child, and everything. But we are different in the way where I see some successful people really they have their own way to create their energy. Normally, because I know I am normal, in the world, I need working more where I am more productive. But some kind of genius, for example, I have some kind of friend where I know they have different kind of the mind, they are on different level, where their mind working so fast, where they really have, if you see their life and, and you speak with them, was, you working during the night. Yeah, I feel good during the night because,
Mm.
people is different, but in general, when you have you wake up in the morning, you really build with this kind of thing your day, because if you rush immediately in your day, you started to receive stress immediately. The first stress is when you open the phone,
Mm-hmm.
and you have all people, they check you the day before and everything. But if you take time for yourself early in the morning, where you don't have child, where you don't have any kind of big problem, will be better to starting the day.
Let's talk about the biohacking as well. This is another area that's we've discussed in the podcast a few times. You mentioned a device. Do you have one device or do you have many devices? Tell us more about the biohacking.
Yeah, I use different device. I have the red light where I use every day in the morning, and this give me the possibility to wake up my mind. I use brain tap. Brain tap is device I use, and this device have like a sound and light in front of my eyes, where reprogram completely my mind and have different kind the the journey inside one application you download in the phone, where you have the possibility to really go at the alpha level. And I use other kind the device like Aura, like this one, is a ring. Yeah, where I control myself every day in the morning. And based in what I do the day before, I understand where I have, first of all, physically, second of all, emotionally, and all this kind of thing. What this means, this give me the possibility, if the day before, I do really late, is never happening, only in the Friday and Sunday. But if I do really late, and I eat something, the day after I have the control, not only with my body, but too with something they prove me I am not really at the top level in the day. And what's going on when you know this kind of thing, you postpone some big decision when you feel more energized, when you feel more, with clear mind. For example, I review my body, my mind, and if I am not at the top level in my life, in my day, I don't take big decision, because every day I need to take different kind of decision in what I do. And this is something give me more control. But I want to share with you something. If tomorrow I don't have Aura, I don't have brain tap, or I don't have the red light, my life is the same, because as I create, I have inside me this technique, the meditation transcendental, and I possible do wherever I want, when I want, in which place I want, with noise or not. Meaning the other device is something I add to improve more my life.
What we're finding with people who wear Oura rings or whoops, that they can actually become a bit too dependent on them. And they find that if the whoop maybe tells them they didn't do a great job, but the whoop isn't accurate, or the Oura ring isn't accurate for some reason, it wasn't connected properly, they actually believe that they didn't sleep so well. And that changes their thought process for the day. So it's a bit of a two-way street with the wearable tech. But at the same time, if you have no clue about how well you sleep and no clue about how certain foods affect you and so on, these are an amazing technology to give you that insight into your physiology. Let's go back to the book a little bit. So in the book, you're talking about this method, the meditation, the prayer, the biohacking, the exercise. But what else are you covering in the book, and what else are you sharing with people who read it?
Yeah, I share in the book, the method is the base foundation to create your inner self. And when you create your part inside you, your energy, normally automatically you have enough energy to create something external. And in the second part of the book, I explain in the detail how find opportunity in the market, the real estate. And I found, I share different strategy, step-by-step guide, where people, they are not involved in the real estate, or people, they are involved in the real estate, they will find something to find the correct deal, the correct opportunity in the market. Because what I think in my life is this one. For me, the creation of abundance is something so important. Why so important? Not because it's only create money, it's not only for you. If you have good art, when you have, when you becoming more wealthy, you possible do more thing. If you have less money, too, if you are good human being, you possible share good word, good action during your day, but finish over there, because this is the two things you have in your possibility. But the abundance is so important, and real estate for me, I think so, is one the most easy slash difficulty possibility to becoming a multimillionaire, in particular in a country like United States. The reason why is because in reality, if you want to become a multimillionaire in real estate, will be really easy. And people, they told how is possible. It's possible in this way. If, for example, you have the possibility to buy a property now and keep this property for 10, 15 years, you know, statistic, in the statistic, in particular in the area where I work in Miami-Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach, in Florida in general, is easy. Every year, property have improvement of the 3%. Now, in 2008, the property go down, like more than 17%. But, after they jump more respect at 2000, at the maximum from the 2008. Now, what does it mean is this: if you have a regular job, or if you don't want to be involved with the real estate, active, you have the possibility really becoming a multimillionaire in one way. Buy at the correct price, keep the property for a long time, and have somebody pay the mortgage inside the property. That's it.
So that's your simple 101 of real estate, how to become a multimillionaire. Do that.
This one is like the 101, like where I share the easy path.
Yeah.
If you want to becoming active real estate, is something different, because active real estate is somebody find a good deal in the market with good strategy.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, like you have first of all, you need to understand your strategy. Okay, what this means when you invest. For example, I have this strategy where I have one strategy is flipping. It means buy property, fix and resell. When you buy property, normally I find the deal in the market at the discount price. Where I find this deal at the discount price in the auction. Is the first place, but auction, for example, in Florida, you need to have cash immediately in 24 hours. To relationship with broker or realtor, I create relationship for a long time. To note, what this means, I buy note. And with this note, after I convert, I buy the property, I foreclose the property, and I fix and resell the property. And this is the first strategy, the flipping. The second strategy is buy property to have cash flow. When you create cash flow, whatever happening in the market, you are safe. Why? Because think about, now over here in Florida, but in general, United States, the market is completely flat. Because you know better than me, election is coming in United States, and people in America, they have two way to understand, to go to do business. One way is the excess of the other one. And when the election is coming, they have afraid because they have uncertainty. And now the market is flat. But if the market is flat and you have cash flow, quindi somebody pay you every month the rent, every month you possibly have the same quality of life. Quindi the second strategy is creation of cash flow. The third one I use is in the find area where they are not already growing, is in the process of growing, where they are distressed, the area, the completely area, and buy land where this kind of land have the possibility to build something important on top. When you do this, what's going on, I already know from now to maximum 10 years, I will have some kind of property. They will give me, they will give me more than 25 times the price I buy this kind of the product. Because is really real estate is easy, because real estate give you the possibility to study, to understand. And these three things, flipping, creation of cash flow, and invest in area where before you study, before you understand what's going on in that area, and buy land positioned in area where you possibly build something important, will give you sure success,
let's say you had an opportunity to talk to your younger self again, to your 20-year-old self, or someone who's listening to this is like, yes, I'm on board with meditation, prayer, biohacking, exercise. I want to make money in real estate. What would be the first thing you would recommend they do? What's the first step on the ladder?
I think so. Before I'm my 20 years is old at that time, we have something more. I'm really excited about, what's going on now in our world. You possible go on YouTube and learn everything for free. People, they don't understand. People sell course or sell something is people, the information is out, is in YouTube. The university YouTube, I call, you possible go over there and starting to understand, first of all, what's happening in your mind when you do meditation. What's happening in you possible see video. If you are more visual and you like see and video, you possible go on YouTube and find this kind of aspect to understand how this kind of aspect possible help yourself. Or if you are like me, I like a lot of read something about meditation, read something about prayer, read something about biohacking and exercise, how they are important to improve yourself, your life. And something important in real estate, why I really believe real estate is something unique. Because if you don't have money in real estate, you have the possibility to be the person bring deals to somebody have money. And this kind of the option is not possible in other kind of business. For example, when I open my first shop in the jewelry business, I need to have money to open the shop. That's it. If I have money, I open the shop. If I don't have, I don't possibly open the shop. For this reason, I ask money because at that time I don't have money for the government that they, give me this money. But if you started to work in real estate, you started to working like realtor, like person bring find investor and bring opportunity to them. Quindi it's something where if you have the capacity to put yourself out, more easy. And when you started to receive the money to your business to bring deal with other people, in save investor, they will bring you on board on the business because they want somebody moving for them.
Exactly. So if I can summarize that, uh, it's understand what the meditation, the prayer, the exercise, the biohacking, what they do to your body, and all that information is out there on YouTube for free, the University of YouTube. But then within the business realm, it's understand the business, but also make yourself available to people so that when the opportunity arises, you are there and you're going to work for them and also work for yourself. Is that correct?
It's completely correct. And I want to share something really important. And I do this kind of strategy at my young age. I have a PhD in business management, and what's going on? I use my PhD to interview successful people in Italy
Mm.
and think about how is a beautiful life. After many years, I becoming friend with more than one of these people I interview, and one of these friend now is a billionaire in Italy. What this means is means uh, if you have idea to, for example, you wanna becoming an entrepreneur. If I am young at 20 years old, I try to find somebody, I try to interview somebody, I try to help somebody in their process. And think about people they have good art, people they are no and I find a lot of this kind of people in my path, how I find two different kind of human beings. But people, they create their own business, their own life. If they are good people, they will give you suggest. But one rule is so important that I understand in my life. Before ask, we need to give. And this is the mistake a lot of people they make. They want to ask immediately to somebody. No, it's not like this working. Life is working. Life is working when you first of all give to somebody the best of yourself, and after you will receive. Or if you don't receive directly to this human being, you will receive in another way to other human being.
Exactly. And I've heard that put different ways as well. It's like, find a mentor and then find out how you can help that mentor. And if you're 20 years old and you're talking to a billionaire, you're like, what could I do? But there is some things you can do. There's a person in my community who's very, very wealthy, but he could do with some exercise. A 17-year-old kid can say, hey, let's go for a jog together. I can be your motivation. And that can change the life of someone who you think you're never going to be able to influence, but you really can. You just need to think of strategies to do it.
And think about something, people in general, what's going on? When you arrive a certain level, and you have money, you have success, you have whatever you want in your life, you want something bring you energy in your life. And for this is reality, because a lot of people, they becoming, I have, for example, one my friend in particular, I have 2 billionaire friends. And these 2 billionaire friends have in some way some kind of characteristic. What is mean? They love to stay near a people they give energy. No, they want something to them. No, they ask, hey, give me. I have some business to propose to you. No, they don't want this. They want you first of all, share with them the reality about relationship, and with good energy, good heart, and after they will open their idea, their mind, their path. This is how it's working. We need, like, for young people, if I want to suggest to myself at 20 years old, I will tell, hey, if you have some kind of dream, first of all, everything you possible realize, everything you want, you possible realize. And second of all, if you have some kind of dream, chase your dream and start to connect with the correct human being. Now we have Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, LinkedIn, everywhere you possible starting to connect with people that have different kind of mind. Too, if you live in the worst country, in the worst place, in the world.
Okay, talking of connections, how can people connect with you? Let's say they've listened to this and they're like, they want to know a little bit more about you, maybe even read your book. How would they find you?
Yeah, first of all, I will love, to people to buy the book, because it's something important for me to share this message. They possible go to www.healthyrichandhappy.com, where they possible pre-order the book. And second of all, I am in Instagram, where I try to share, good information related to, the method and to the real estate in Jacopo Iasiello Investor Broker. And this is the two way. And I love share with other human beings my idea and my thought.
Jacopo, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
The same, I really appreciate you inviting me, because I want to tell you something. When you share good word through this kind of now technology, in podcast, you will receive in another way. I'm sure 100% about this.
Thank you.
You are super welcome.
That's the end of this episode of Your Lifestyle is Your Medicine podcast. Thank you so much for joining me in this conversation. Now, if you would like to support the show, the best thing to do is subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts so that you can be notified when the latest podcast comes out. And I'll be very grateful if, while you were there, you could go onto your podcast app and consider giving this a 5-star review so I can get this information out to more people. Additionally, if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a review or a comment below. Remember, if you want my direct help, go to my website, edpadgett.com, subscribe to our newsletter, and drop me a message via the Contact Us link so I can help you make your lifestyle your medicine.